Okay, talk back. Does that help? Just start talking right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Northwest High School in the northwestern corner of the city of Cincinnati. And as early spring will have it, it's windy, raining just a little bit, but the field is dry and everything looks good. The sky is cloudy. We're going to get 9 or 7 innings in here, whether you like it or not. So hang on, because we're going to hang on with you and be here for you. Northwest High School is playing against the Braves of Talawanda High School of Oxford, Ohio. They're in the gray and the dark blue uniforms, and the Northwest team is in gray pants with bright yellow shirts and blue hats. And it is quite windy, and we're going to hang in there, and we'll be here as long as you can take us. So the first batter for Oxford Talawanda is Connor Scott, who's number 7. He's the center fielder as I see it. And I don't know what Talawanda's record is, and I don't know what Northwest's record is. But somebody will tell us that before the day is out. We'll be able to tell you how they're doing. Well, Connor Scott, it looks to be a left-handed batter. He's the center fielder for Talawanda. And the pitcher for Northwest is number 21, Sam Enderly. Looks like he's about 6 feet tall and pretty well built. I don't know what class he's in, but he's number 1. Pitcher is number 21, actually. So we're looking forward to the first pitch and see what we can find. See what Mr. Scott can do with Mr. Enderly to start off the ball game. It's not cold. It's just not terribly pleasant. But we hope that it's going to get better. A little bit cloudy, but we'll see what happens. And the first pitch. High ball. First pitch of our televised game, our televised season. There's a fly ball to the left and over into the woods, and I can tell you right now that ball's lost. There's pretty deep woods all around the back of the infield where I'm sitting. High ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, says the umpire. And the pitch. Swing. 2 strikes. And there's a high pop up, and it's going back into the woods. I hope they have a good supply of balls. It's pretty tough back behind you. I've been back in those woods looking for balls on other games where I've been here. So I look forward to somebody going down there and recruiting a few of those balls that are being hit. And they're looking for another ball already. First batter of the game between Talawanda High School in Oxford, Ohio, and Northwest High School in Northwest Ohio. Northwest Cincinnati, let's put it that way. For some reason or another, there is a confab on the mound talking to the coach from Oxford, or I'm sorry, from Northwest. And the umpire, who was over in the Talawanda dugout, is coming back behind the plate now. We're still on the first batter. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Connor Scott. And a line drive to left field, a base hit. Solid hit by Connor Scott. Now he's on first base. The batter now is Mr. Deathridge, Winterox, Winterod, John Winterod, left fielder. If we have this listing correctly, and we'll get it correct before the game is over. Second hitter, runner on first base. Throw to first base to hold the runner on. Bit windy. And a pitch at a ground ball fouled on the third base line. John Winterox, number 25 from Talawanda. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first base for Talawanda. Quite windy. The wind blowing in from the outfield. Ball inside. Throw to first, and it's a wild throw, and it's against the fence on the other side, and the runner is gone all the way to third base. There's a very hard throw to first base, but it was to the left of the first baseman, hit on the ground, and bounced all the way to the fence that lines this field. And the runner on first now made it all the way to third without so much as losing his breath. Hard run. So they've got a runner on first base with the second batter up, John Winterock. Third, the left fielder. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield is way in, trying to get the runner, trying to score. High pitch. Pitcher for Northwest is Sam Enderly. High pop up, hit the screen right above me, straight down. Runner on third for Talawanda. The Braves. And strike 3, inside pitch, but a strikeout. And now the batter for Talawanda is Trevor Deatheridge, the catcher. Big boy, 6 feet, high pitch. Husky young man. Strike. Runner still on third base for Talawanda. Foul ball. I'm not sure whether he got hit or he hurt himself. Oh, I couldn't see that from here. Well, the expert in the dugout is telling me that he was hit on the hand. Well, there's a catcher and an umpire between me and him, so I didn't really see what happened to him. So he'll go to first base. Well, they possibly correct it. They tell me he was swinging. I could also not see that with all the people. There's a discussion between the umpires right now. Oh, they're telling us now that he did partially swing at the ball, and it was a foul ball. It hit off the handle of the bat and then hit him in the arm. So now he's back up at the plate again. Catcher is Trevor Deathridge. And a swing and a miss, and that's strike three. So he has struck out. Lane Doherty is the next batter, number 23. He's the third baseman, and Northwest pitcher is getting himself out of the trouble that he put him in. The third runner is still on third base, and strike one. He's got the runner on third base as a result of his wild throw to first base. And the next two batters have struck out. So there's two outs, and the runner's still on third. There's a bouncing ball right into the dugout. And I can tell you that it's raining. Reasonably hard. Lane Doherty, the batter, third baseman. Swing and a miss. And he struck out all three batters, and he left the runner on third base, which is he's doing a very good job. So it's still 0-0. And the batter for Talawanda is Brian Ross. To be followed, I think, by Tony Miller. To be followed by Brandon Sheldon. Brian Ross, Northwest High School here in Cincinnati. And the pitcher for Talawanda is number 15. They didn't give me his name. Sorry about that. Pretty good sized boy, throwing a pretty good fastball. I don't have his name. We'll get it before the inning is over. Oh. have it. So we'll get started with the last half of the first inning. Well, here we go. I have the name of Kyle McIntosh, number 15, is the pitcher for Talawanda. Ball one. And the batter is number 3, Brian Ross for Northwest. Foul ball. Yeah, training harder. Kyle McIntosh, the pitcher. I can tell you I have no cover where I'm sitting, and everything I've been writing on is getting very wet. And the pitch. Low ball. Swinging a foul ball. The batter for Northwest is number 3, Brian Ross, third baseman. And a pitch, and it's a line drive down the third base line, past the third baseman into the left field. Good, solid single. Good hit. And the batter now is number, if I can catch it, 4, number 11. Well, that's not the number that was given to me for this position before the game, so I don't know who he is. Number 11, and he's just had a pop up behind the plate, just back in the woods also. Runner on first base for Northwest. Got a good lead. Throw to first base. Mishandled by the first baseman, but it rolls a little bit to right field, and the batter runner is safe on first. Rain has eased up a little bit, but it's still coming. Swing and a miss. There's the ball hit in between the third baseman and the shortstop into left field. The ball went past the left fielder, and here comes the runner scoring the first run for Northwest. And the batter is on second base with a good double. And it's going to be an error, I'm sure, for the left fielder. Ball went right between his legs. Hit was between third and short. Good solid hit. And the batter now for Northwest is number 5, Brandon Sheldon, the shortstop. High fly to center field. Center fielder's got it. It's 1-0 Northwest. And the batter is number 22, Brandon Mueller, the catcher. Runner on. No runner. Swing and a miss. Runner on second base. Number 11. And we don't know who that is because he was not. It's not on any of the roster for Northwest that was given to me. Swing. Temp. Number 22 just held up. And the pitch. A little bit low, runner on second. Ball hit the left field and foul. Outside the third base line all the way down the line. Good hit, but foul by about 5 feet. Runner on second base for Northwest, and they're leading 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Carter Gehring, designated hitter for Northwest, number 25. Big heavy-set kid. Looks like a good hitter. Good swing. Runner still on second base. Swing and a foul. Well, it stopped raining. Carter Gehring, number 25, the designated hitter. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. So that's the end of the first inning. It's 1-0 Northwest. after a good solid hit down the third base line, drive in a run. And it started raining just a little bit more. It's not raining hard enough to do anything with the game, but it's enough to make it uncomfortable. The batter for Talawanda is Nick Morgan. Sam Enderly on the mound for Northwest, and they're leading 1-0. And it's getting quite cool. Wind blowing, still raining a little bit. And the batter for the Braves is going to be number 10, Nick Morgan, second baseman. Number 10, Nick Morgan. And a pitch. Inside. Very low and inside, hit the ground, bounced all the way to the backstop. The grass is wet enough that every time the ball hits the ground, it's going to have to be dried off before it can be put in play again. There's a shot over the shortstop head to center field. A good line drive, single to center. The batter now looks to be Loudon Damuth, D-A-M-U-T-H. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Nate Bender just got the hit. John Fishburne. Nate Bender stole second. John Fishburne, number. Fly ball to left field, and it hit the foul line, so it's a fair ball. And that's Mr. Damuth, D-A-M-U-T-H, got that hit. The runner who had stolen second went to third. So Talawanda's got runners on second and third, nobody out. And Brady Feltner, it looks like, the right fielder, number 22. He's down talking to his coach, and now he's coming back to the batter's box. Brady Feltner, center fielder, right-handed batter, runner on first and third for Talawanda, and the runner on first is going on the pitch. And stole second. So Talawanda has runners on second and third, and nobody out. There's a ball hit to left field in between the two outfielders and all the way to the fence. And here comes 2 runs in to score, and the batter goes to second base with a double. So 2 runs are in for Talawanda. So they're taking the lead in the game 2-1. This must be number 4, Aris Hall. He was the first baseman for Talawanda. Just hit a foul ball. Foul ball. Strike 2. Runner on second base for Talawanda. And they're in the lead 2-1. Throw back to second, and he got him picked off second base. Picked off. So now there's nobody on for Talawanda. 1 out, but they're up 2-1. And it's the top of the second inning. Strike 3, a good pitch right down the middle, taken by the runner, or the batter, number 4, Hall. The batter now is number 16, Sam Gardner. He's a designated hitter. Big, tall boy. Nobody on base for Talawanda at this point in time. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by the pitcher. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's the end of the second inning for Oxford Talawanda. And if I've got it correctly on this wet scorecard, I have Talawanda 2, Northwest 1 coming into the last of the second.
The Waycross Community Media Archive has community events, sports, civic and school concerts spanning over 3 decades. To order any production from Waycross, visit www.waycross.tv or call 513-825-2429.
Number 2, Nate Bender, scheduled to bat for Northwest. Foul bunt down to third base side. Number 12 is not listed in the lineup that they gave me for Talawanda. Jake Fishburne I got it mixed up at somehow or other. I got a little bit too much water here. The batter number 2 for Northwest is Nate Bender. And a swing and a miss. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, thrown to first, and he's out. And number 12, second baseman for Northwest. Pitch inside. 1 out. And Talawanda is ahead 2-1. It's the last of the second inning. Another ball inside. There's a foul ball hit to the dugout on the Talawanda side for its 2 strikes. Dick Fishburne, number 12. Oh, pitch over his head. Another foul ball down the third base side. If you don't mind, I just sort of look back in the woods and I see a couple people wandering about looking for those foul balls that were hit in the first inning. I wish them luck. Ground ball, 1 hop to the third baseman, throw to first, and he's out. And Taylor Hines, number 1. Left-handed batter. And the pitch. Ball. Taylor Hines, center fielder. It's marked down as 2 outs for Northwest. Way outside. And the pitch. Strike. I think it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Taylor Hines, center fielder. 1-1. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. And took a bounce and right out of his glove. So it's an error on the second baseman. And Taylor Hines is on first base. So I have Justin Roll, the right fielder, number 7 for Northwest. Throw it down to first, trying to pick him off, and not good enough. Score is 2-1. Oxford Talawanda High School over Northwest High School in the second inning. Inside ball. Inside again, ball. Northwest has got a runner on first base. They're down 2-1. 2 outs. Second inning. Strike 3. I'm sorry. A little confusing, but I can see how that happened. That was a third strike, but he stepped over the plate to swing at the ball and interfered with the catcher. So the catcher's throw to second base was not strong enough to be able to get the runner, and they called the batter out for stepping over the plate. So Northwest has still the 1 run that they had before, and the score is 2-1 Talawanda, and we're coming up into the top of the third inning. And we have a batter for Oxford now, and he is number 7, Justin Roll, left-handed batter. Northwest is going to look to add to their score if it's possible, but young man number 21 for Talawanda, for Northwest is throwing the ball pretty hard. About 6 feet tall, big, sturdy young man. Left-handed batter for Talawanda. Number 7, Connor Scott. There's a line drive to center field. It's stopped by the shortstop, but it was way out of his way, so he threw to first. Ball went past the first baseman and hit the dugout, but the runner's still on first base. That'd be a solid single. And number 25, John Winterrocks, is at the plate. Number 25, John Winterrocks, left fielder, right-handed batter. Runner on first base for Talawanda, nobody out. John Winterrocks struck out his first time at the plate. High pitch, down throw to second base, went over to second baseman's head, and it's being thrown to third, and he got the runner going from second to third on the overthrow, and he's out. The good throw from I think, the right fielder. So John Winterrocks is still at the plate. Nobody on the plate. Nobody on base for Talawanda. 1 out. Very good defensive play after the wild throw to second base. Good defensive play by the Northwest infield. Swing and a miss. Second strike. Throw to first base, and he's out. So the batter for Northwest, or for Talawanda, will be Trevor Detheridge. Trevor Detheridge for Talawanda. Ball. 1 strike, 1 ball on Trevor. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. 2 outs for Talawanda. They're still leading 2-1. Ball outside. Wind has died down a little bit. And it stopped raining. It was relatively pleasant at this time of the night. There's a foul ball that bounces off the screen in the back. Trevor Detheridge for Talawanda. There's a long fly ball to left field. The left fielder going back under it and made the catch. And that's the end of the 3rd inning for Oxford Talawanda. And now Northwest is coming up for the last of the 3rd. Not quite sure who the batter is because that number system didn't turn out to be what it should have been. Northwest is in a big huddle over there on the sideline. I think it might be Brian Ross who is up. So it's the last of the 3rd, and Northwest is about to come to the plate. They're down 2-1. Game sort of settled down in the last inning or so with putouts at 3rd base and shortstop. And the Northwest catcher throws to 2nd. And the innings to start, and the batter for Northwest is number 3, Brian Ross. I'm sorry. Yes, it is number 3, Brian Ross. And there's a line drive to left field right between the 3rd baseman and the third base itself, picked up by the left fielder, thrown to 2nd, and a good solid single by Brian Ross. Tony, sorry. This is a player that we don't have a number. We have a number for, but he's not on the roster that was given to me. He's number 11. Ball outside. Runner on first base for Northwest. Ground ball. Foul ball. Number 11 for Northwest High School. The high fly ball in the right field, short, and nobody could get it because it was right next to the foul line, and he's got a base hit out of that. And the runner on first went to second, so now Northwest has runners on first and second base and nobody out. And the batter is Brandon Shelton. Struck out in the first inning. Pitch, and the runner's going to third. And he's safe at third. Is called by the umpire at second base. And while the play was being made on the third baseman, at third base, the runner on first also went to second. So Northwest has the runners at second and third. And a strike on Brandon Sheldon. There's a high, long fly ball at center field. Center fielder caught it. The runner on third tagged up and scored. The runner on second went to third. So the game is tied now as Northwest gets the first run in the third inning. And now the batter is number 22, Brandon Muller struck out in the first inning also. There's a ball hit to left field, but very foul. He picks up the ball in foul territory. And Northwest has still got a runner on third base. And 2 outs. Or 1 out, according to my scorebook. Right. Brandon Miller, number 22, is the batter. There's a long fly ball, but it's going to be foul. Pretty darn well hit. It was over the fence, but foul. Well, runner on third base for Northwest. And it's tied score at this point in time. There's a line drive, single to center field. The runner scores from third. And we got a runner at first base for Northwest with a solid single. That was a well-hit ball. Now number 25, Carter Gehring is up, designated hitter. There's nobody on base. There is. I'm sorry. There seems to be a meeting of both teams in their respective areas, trying to figure out what to do next. And now Mr. Brandon Muller is the batter. And there goes the runner on first, stealing second. And he steals second base. And the ball is hit a solid line drive to center field. So now Northwest has a runner on first and a runner on second. Tie score. And they're looking to have Mr. Nate Bender to there's a ground ball to second, past the first baseman to second baseman. So that's going to be I think possibly an error on the first baseman, but the bases are loaded. And I gave you the wrong score before. I sort of said 3-2 Northwest. But now number 12 is coming up. John Fishburne. With the bases loaded. And bases loaded. Number 12, Jake Fishburne. Bases loaded for Northwest. The rain has stopped, the wind has stopped. One and one, says the umpire. Bases loaded. There's a line drive to left field. Good solid single. The left fielder fumbled the ball a little bit. And here comes the second runner to the plate. And the runner on first goes to third. And got a solid single to left field. 2-run score for Northwest. And the manager, so to speak, of the Braves is relieving the pitcher, bringing in another pitcher from the sideline. They hit the pitcher for Talawanda pretty solidly. And the new pitcher is on the mound now. And I think a runner on third. So Northwest has put on a big show in this inning, scoring 4 runs. They have a runner on first base. And a runner on third. No. Yeah. A very high pitch, and the runner on first went to second. So now Northwest is threatening again to score those two more runs. Well, the wind just blew and blew my. Oh, it's a wild pitch. Oh, it hit the batter. I didn't see it hit him. Hit batter. So for Northwest, number 7, Justin Roll is the batter with the bases loaded. Outside. This is a big inning for Northwest. High pitch. Two balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. 1 out. Throw back to second. Didn't do any good. He's only 2-3 steps off the base. Now number 7, Justin Roll is the batter. Swing and a miss. Bases loaded for Northwest. High. Now he's got himself in trouble. He's got to get one down in there, and the batter's going to be waiting for it with the bases loaded. There's a line drive. Well, it was caught by Talawanda, and that ended the threat. So that big threat with the bases loaded goes for nothing, and the relief pitcher comes in and shuts down the batter with a line drive to the second baseman. So we look now to see if Talawanda can come back. Look behind me, and I can still see people scrambling around down in the woods looking for the foul balls that were hit down there. But we got enough balls for a whole game, so we go down to number 23 for Talawanda, who is Lane Doherty, is the first batter. Strike one on the outside corner. Number 23, Lane Doherty, third baseman. He struck out the last time bat. Swing and a miss. Well, the wind has settled down and the rain has settled down, and it's a little bit cool, but rather pleasant. Swing and a miss again. Number 10, Nick Morgan, second baseman. Got a hit in the last inning, or on second inning. Strike. Nick Morgan. Swing and a little foul ball, but the catcher caught it. 2 strikes. Strike. Called third strike. A little bit inside, but the umpire called it third strike. 2 strikeouts. And in the top of the 4th inning, there are 2 down, and Mr. Damuth, D-A-M-U-T-H, is the batter. Loudon, looks like Loudon Damuth. Oh, foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3. So the Northwest pitcher comes on and strikes out the side in the 4th inning. Number 17 for Northwest. I'm sorry, for Talawanda. See if I got his name on this list. Alex Bear, B-E-A-R, 6'4". My goodness, big kid. But he got out the side in the last inning. He did a good job. And Northwest is coming to bat in the last of the 4th. Mr. Chris Hall is, I'm sorry, it's not wrong, it's the wrong one. Brian Ross is the leadoff batter for Northwest. Brian Ross. Got 2 hits tonight. Top of the 4th. 5-1. Oh, high and inside, pretty tight. Got his attention. There's a bunt down the third base line. The throw to first is not good, so it's a base hit. Good job by Brian Ross. It's a very, very good bunt. Catcher picked up through to first, but not be able to catch Ross because he's pretty quick. We still don't have this young man's name because his name's not on the roster. It's just been given to me. His name is Austin Hibbard. Austin Hibbard is batting, and the runner on first base stole second. Brian Ross. Turns out that that's not Hibbard after all. They don't have a number for him. I don't have any identification. And the pitch. Batter stepped out of the box. There's a ball that's hit past first base, then in the right field, and the runner from second scores. And now the batter for Northwest. Is number 5, Brandon Sheldon. And the runner on first base, number 11, whose name we still don't have, is stolen second. He's standing on second base. And Northwest put another run on the board. Ball outside. We are in the last of the 4th inning. There's a foul ball. Runner on second base for Northwest. They're ahead 5-1, 6-1. Ball high. thought I said that. Ball, timeout, timeout. There's a runner on second base. 6-2. Throw back to second. Batter's Brandon Shelton. Wild pitch way outside. Runner goes to third. Brandon Shelton at the plate. Struck out and flied out in two at bats. Foul ball back to the backstop. Runner on third base. 6-2 is the score. And Talawanda sending a couple guys down to the dugout, down to the bullpen to warm up. Fly ball back into the woods. Runner on third base. Ball 4. And Brandon Muller is the batter. He's the catcher. Right-handed batter, runner on first and third. Strike one. 6-2. Runner on first and third. A little high. Brandon Miller. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first and third. High outside, runner on first, still second. So now Northwest has got 2 runners in scoring positions, second and third. You're already up 4 runs. Ball inside. 22, Brandon Muller. the pie pop up back into the woods. That's at least 5 or 6 that have gone back. I don't know how many they recovered, but there's 2 or 3 people walking around back there looking for balls. Interesting evening, interesting way to spend the evening. And the batter again is number 22, Brandon Muller. Ball 4, and he walks him and loads the bases. And Northwest is in a pretty solid position at this point in time. And number 25, Carter Gehring, is the batter. He's a big boy. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Bad pitch. Ball, bases loaded for Northwest. And a big hitter up there, number 25, Cortez Gehring. Left-handed batter. Fly ball, foul. One ball, 2 strikes. The left-handed batter, bases loaded. Nobody out. Northwest is looking to really jump up on Talawanda with this bat. Big husky boy. Oh. Not only was it inside, it hit him, and it's ball 4 on top of that, and the runner scores, and the bases are loaded again. Number 2, Nate Bender, is up. He had 2 hits on already tonight. And the head coach from Talawanda is going to relieve that pitcher and bring in another young man, number 16. See if they've got him on the list. Number 16 is Sam Garver, a pitcher, infielder, and an outfielder. So he's jack of all trades. Don't know if he's master of none or not, but he's the pitcher right now with Northwest leading this game and having the bases loaded and nobody out. And the batter for Northwest is number 2, I believe, Nate Bender. Well, it's not been raining for about 15 or 20 minutes, so my lineup sheet is beginning to dry up. But Northwest is ready to give a shot to this new pitcher, number 16. Sam Garner. And the batter is number 2. Nate Bender. And the bases are loaded. It's 6-1. Northwest. Now 7. Sorry, I've still got problems with a wet scoreboard or a wet paper. 7-2. Calling the bases loaded for Northwest. That's ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he's in danger of walking in another run. Ball 4, a walk, and a run comes in. And now I've got Jake 12, Jake Fishburne coming up. Jake looks like a tall young man. Ball inside. Bases loaded. 7-2. Jake Fishburne is the batter. He got a hit last inning. Well, strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded yet. Outside. Nice catch nice stop by the catcher on 24. Good job. Strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out. Jake Fishburne, the batter for Northwest. High pop up to the infield. Oh, shortstop. Dropped the ball. through to third base, got the runner from second going to third. Runner was on third, scored. Now they're calling the umpire. Yes, it was. Well, one run scored off of that, and the play at third did not. That the first count did not count. So now the bases are still loaded. If this is the umpires are talking about it, they said it was an infield fly, and then they said it wasn't. So I'm not quite sure what the umpires are going to call. At any rate, it looks like one run scored, and the bases are going to be loaded again. So the umpires are having a long discussion about this. I think that they're arguing about what happens if it's going to be an infield fly and he dropped the ball. I'm not quite sure. They know at this point in time. Maybe I shouldn't say stuff like that. Everybody's pointing at the sky. I'm not quite sure what the argument's about, but they're all on the infield grass. Whatever expertise I've got's in football, I can't tell you what this play is. It looks like it's a discussion on an infield fly that was dropped. At any rate, it'll be talked about in the umpires meeting next week. And on top of everything else, it's starting to rain again. So the umpires are split up. One's walking away with his head down, and the other's talking with a coach. And, one's talking to the pitcher. So I'm not really sure what's happening. Okay. Now I can't see my scoreboard at all. But because of the rain. But it's not at first. Ball's down on the previous play. I'm given to understand that the infield batter was out because it was an infield fly, but the runner score. I think that's right. I don't know if it is or not, but they'll talk about it at the meeting Monday. You can bet that. I am not in a position to be able to write anything anymore. That was an interesting throw to third base, or a wild pitch, a throw to third base that went past the third baseman and shortstop pick it up. Tried to get the runner, but he didn't get it. So it all ends up the way it was when it started. Swinging a foul ball. If I understand this correctly, I think there's one out. 2 outs now. Two balls, 2 strikes. There's a line, shortstop, and the shortstop dropped the ball, and another run scored. And now we have, it looks like 2 outs and a runner on first. And the batter is number 3. Ross. Throw down to second base, stolen base. And a pitch. Runner on second. I think there's 2 outs. And number 3, Ross is batting. And that's ball 4. And now I think unidentified number 11 is up again. He is not on the list any place, so I don't know who he is. There's going to be a meeting on the mound between all the players, or a number of the players, at from Talawanda. A couple of them are exchanging gloves. The coaches for Northwest are all in a huddle on the third base side. I think this is another pitcher. Number 4 for Talawanda. Doherty. No, I'm sorry. Number 4 looks like Chris Hall. He's a left-hander. Well, as far as the weather is concerned, it's turned considerably colder. There's a bit of wind and it's raining. And now everybody's going back to their position, so we've got a runner on second base, an unidentified batter, and a new pitcher. And I'm wet. Strike. We'll call the game as it goes on, but I don't have the capability of making any references to anything previous. There's a ball hit the right field, hit through second baseman, and 1 run scored. Another runner went to third, and the batter is on first base with a hit. And the batter is, as soon as he's turning his back, I'll give it to you. Batter's number 5. Runner's coming in from third base on a throw to second. Runner on second has gone to third. And I think number 5 is, oh gosh. I can't turn the page. I'm sorry. Here I go. Number 5 is Josh Jarvis. Swing and a miss. Foul. fly, pop up. Oops, back in the woods. Inside. I can only call you what's going on the field, and I can't make any totals out of anything. So, another pitch. Outside. It's too late to do that. I don't hit it in any way I can write. There's a long fly to center field. A long fly to center field. It's to the fence. One run is scored, two runs is scored, and the hitter goes to second base with a double. Good God. I'm sorry I cannot keep track of what is happening on the field because I can't write anything down. I apologize. I can only tell you what an individual batter does now. And I can hear the umpire call ball and strike. Say that again? That was the ball outside. I think I can read number 22 as Mr. Fletcher. Feltner. F-E-L-T. F-E-L-T-N-E-R. Another ball. Throw to third. And the runner was out going to third. So what happens at the end of the inning? Is that the distance? Yeah. The game's over? Okay, well, I'll hang that long. It's sort of misting. It's not raining hard. Oh, just say it again, would you please? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, its score is 14-2 in favor of Northwest. If Talawanda cannot score 3 runs in this inning, the game is over. Is that right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, God. On top of everything else, my chair fell off the chair. Okay. All right. What we need to do to stay sober in this set of circumstances is have it rain or have them get these guys out 3 times, and then we'll see what we can do. Strike. Ground ball to second baseman. 1 out. The rain has stopped. My goodness. That has nothing to do with the score, or it has nothing to do with who's winning or losing. I think the rules in high school baseball allow not an advantage of more than 10 or 12 runs at this point. 10 runs after 5 innings. I'll study up on those rules, and when we have another game, I'll tell you about them. Oops. And there's an infield single. That was a high bouncing ball that just skittered along the grass, the wet grass, after it hit the ground. And the third baseman was not able to pick it up and throw him out at first base. And a pitch. Strike. Ball inside. Runner on first for Northwest, for Talawanda. High ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Foul ball into the woods. There's enough people down there looking to find this one too. Three, 2. Strike 3. Two outs. Strike 1. Ball. Strike 2. Foul ball. Runner on first. 2 outs. 14-2, I think. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3. I think they're telling me the game is over. Final score, ladies and gentlemen, is 14-2, and the game is called because of the Ohio rules, which says there can't be any more than a 10-run spread at this time. Good luck, God bless. Hope to see you again.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title, along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.